Hi everyone, in the previous sessions we have gone through operators and expressions and the basic building blocks of operations such as arithmetic operations, relational operations, assignment operations, membership operations, logical operations and identity operations too. In the today's session we are going to discuss about conditional statements in Python which are useful in the real world examples. So, before moving to the conditional statements, let us understand these images a bit more. In the first image, where a boy is ordering the food, that is nothing but the veg food item, where the waiter is saying, if you order the veg food item, you get ice cream as a free. So in the second image, the same boy is holding the ice cream, which means he ordered the veg food item and gained the ice cream for free, and he is waiting for the spoon to take from the waiter. In the same way, the conditional statements also works in the Python. If the condition is true, then it executes some block of statements, nothing but the code that we will rewrite inside the condition. If the condition is true, it gives the some set of output, and if the condition of false, if we have written some other condition, some other statements, it returns those. And coming to the conditional statements, we have if as one of the conditional statements, if else as a one of the conditional statement, if elif else as a one of the conditional statement, and we have a not last but not the least, we have if elif and else also in the conditional statement. So without any further delay, let us understand these conditional statements one by one. So first we will see about the if condition in Python. Okay, here in the if conditional statement, where we have only a single condition and we can have a multiple statements. So if the condition is true, it executes the statements. If the condition is false, it doesn't execute the statements. Here the condition is nothing but an expression in Python, where we can also have comparison operators, logical operators, or any kind of expressions that result true will help us to execute the the statements that are written below the if condition. So without any further delay, first have a practical session. So open the VS Code. Go to the file and have a new file, Jupyter Notebook. Where first I need to have a markdown like title, conditional statements in Python, where we have if else, if elif else, and if elif else. So just run it and require the code block. I suppose the same example, if Dhanush is is ordering the veg. If Dhanush equal to veg, it means first suppose we'll write like this: Dhanush underscore order is veg. Then here we'll give a dash Dhanush order. is equal to age, then print you can take ice cream for free. Where we don't have extra underscore and just run it, we will get it is connecting to the Python kernel, and it gives me as you can take an ice cream for free. For suppose if I change, for suppose if I add like, if I want to check whether a equal to 90, if a is equals to 90, and then print the number is same, so it gives me the output as same. This is how the if conditional statement works. Let's have one false statement also. If a not equal to 90, then print the number is not same. So here the print statement is not executed as a is 90. So a is 90. The print statement in the if condition doesn't get executed. Okay. This is about the practical session on if condition. Coming back to our presentation, so that is about if condition statement. Let us now go with the if else statement in Python, where this is useful when one of the condition is not true, the alternative will be executed, which means if the if condition is executed as false, then the else statements get executed. It means if the if condition is false, then the else statement gets executed. So the if condition evaluates based on true or false, right? So the else is just an alternative of the if condition. Both the if and else condition are end with the colon. Okay, so let us have a practical session on it, so you better understand the if else more. VS Code, here we have previously seen about the if statement, where at the last we have only if condition, and where here the condition is false. In this case, the else statement is widely used. Just say and write like this as else, and print condition of if is not satisfied, so run it. So see here, the a is not equal to 90, which is false, so it is giving me the else output. That means else condition block output. The condition of if is not satisfied, so else is executed. So else is executed here. So let's have another example. Check whether the given number is even or odd. So let's take n equal to 20 if n percentage 2, which gives me the remainder print it is a even number, else print it is an odd number. So just run it. Here we will get as an even number, as 20 is a even number. Let's change this number to 26. Okay, 266 and rerun it. In that case also it is an even number. If I change it to 261, it gives me the output as it is an odd number, because it is 261 does not divisible by 2, so it gives me the output as an odd number. Here the main key point is that if the condition of the if statement is false, the condition of the if statement is false, then the else block will be executed, otherwise the if block gets executed. Okay, let's have another example. For suppose if we take a equal to 10, b equal to 90, if b is greater than a, then print b is greater than a, else print a is greater than b. Run it. Here you will get output as b is greater than a, as 90 is greater than 10, so it gives me true in this case. So if we want to have a multiple statements, not a single statement in if or if else or if elif else, we just write inside the if condition or else condition or elif condition. So here I want to print b, the value of b is, okay, and I also want to print the value of a also. Then it gives me both the value of b and a, and gives me b is greater than a. This is if we have more than one statement, then we will say it as a compound statement, or we will say it as multiple statements. Let me write it clearly here. Here we have multiple statements or compound statements in if condition. Okay. For suppose if we change the number like which is less than 10, if I give it as 5 and rerun the same code, it gives me a is greater than b, as 10 is greater than 5, the if condition is false, and it gives me the else, which is an alternative of if. That is about the if else statement. That is about the if else condition in Python, where the key point is if the condition of the if is false, then the else statement is executed. So coming to the next conditional statement, it is about if, elif and else. Here is the syntax that represents the if, elif and else. First, the if condition is checked. If the condition is true, then the statements get executed. If the condition of the if is false, then it moves to the elif condition and checks whether this condition is true or not. If this condition is true, then it executes the statements which are present inside the elif. If this condition is also false, then it moves to the else statement in Python. The working is same, but when we have the multiple conditions, it means one or more conditions, then we will prefer if, elif and else. If we have only single condition and we require only one alternative, then we will prefer else condition. So let us have a small practical session on if, elif and else. Move to the previous one. Right now we need to have if practical session on if, elif and else. So let's consider a equal to some 90. If let me say if a is greater than or equal to 90, then print as grade A if the, for suppose if the marks is a greater than less than or equal to 74 and greater than or equal to 90, means like if the value is greater than 74 and if the value is less than 90, then print grade B for this case. So it's a slash, then else print grade C. If I run this, it gives me grade A because the value of 90 is equal to A here. So the condition is true. So it gives me grade B. If I change the same value to 65, which means it is not greater than. So let's see what output it gives. First it checks with the if condition. Here if it is it means 65 greater than or equal to 90, the condition is false. Then it moves to elif condition and checks whether the given 65 is greater than or equal to 74 and it is less than or equal to 90. Here the 65 is less than or equal to 90, but we have a rule that for logical AND operator where the both conditions need to be satisfied, if both the conditions are true, then it gives the output as true. Here one condition is true, nothing but 65 is less than 90 is true, but 65 is not greater than 74, which is false. So false and true will give me the output as false in case of AND operator in Python that has been discussed in the previous session. So it moves with the else block and prints me the grade C. If I give the value as 85, then it gives me the grade B as an output. This is how if, elif and else work. This is about if, elif and else. This is all about the conditional statements in Python. Okay. In the upcoming sessions, we are going to deal with the looping statements, data structures in Python that are nothing but list, tuple, sets and dictionary and so on. This is Gayatri Learning and Expertise signing off.